Tell me when.
I will. You're live now. You have no viewers yet.
Hi, this is G. Nobody's out there, so okay. I'm with the Steph and G show, and Steph is here.
I am.
She's gonna wave.
Is anybody out there?
If you're out there, if you just
Turn
give
that
us,
off, will you?
if you'll give us a
We have our first viewer.
little comment so we know you're there. Is that better?
Yeah, when I pan over to Steph, the problem is the light creates an unbelievable glare.
Okay.
Now you're up to 4. Karen
So-
says hi.
Hi, everybody.
Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Karen Carson says hello.
Hi, Karen.
It's
Karen and Karen?
The two Karens.
I'm
right?
pretty sure that's not a good name to have right now.
Oh, is that what
The-
they've named the people that have gone kind of off the rails?
Yeah.
Oh. Karens, don't do
Don't
that.
worry.
Bernice is here.
Hey, Bernice, how are
Marie is
you?
here.
We're going to start, you're going to start getting the invoices tonight or early tomorrow morning. Dave is kind of having fun with the camera there. Don't get seasick. We're going to start sending out the invoices tomorrow morning. It's later than we normally do because we left the ordering open until tonight. So,
Margot's here.
hey,
Jessica's
Margot,
here.
how you doing? Justin's here?
Margot and Jessica.
Oh,
Carr.
Jessica. Hi, Jessica.
Jessica, Dusty's going to be calling you. I love that quilt picture you sent.
Ooh. Oh, she's going to have him do a quilt?
Yes.
Oh, how cool. He just finished a quilt, a custom quilt, and we have another one we're going to show you because we're going to show you how to do the binding on it. So, well, I guess we can get started, huh?
Yeah.
So this is the fast fold demonstration, and the fast fold that we're going to be talking about is, if I can find it, is just the binding tool only, okay? Most of the fast folds you get 2 sizes, like if you get one that says 2 inches and 1 inch on it, what you're doing is you're cutting your fabric 4 inches, and then the first fold brings it down to 2 inches, and then the second little set of slots are thicker so that when you go through the second time, because you have more fabric in there, that, you know, it goes through nice and smooth. So, but this one is for people that do bindings for quilts, and it gives you 2 choices. If you cut your binding 2.5 inches, or if you cut your binding 2 1/4 inches. So if you cut your binding 2.5 inches, you're going to use the 1 1/4 inch slot. And if you cut your binding 2 1/4 inches, you're going to use the 1 1/8 slot, because that's exactly 1/2 the size of your binding, and that's going to be your finished size of your binding. So the way this works is I've already pre-cut my binding, but I used this ruler right here, which is a strip ruler, and you can adjust the size on here and then butt your fabric up against the orange piece and then cut and then move over and cut. So it's really fast and quick, and you always have the right cut. You don't have to measure, which is nice because in our family that measuring does not work really well. And
that
really bad at
is
it.
one of the ways, because we had this little tiff the other day about not cutting multiple layers. This is one of the ways that you can do it and do it without having problems.
Without it slipping.
Correct.
Yeah, it's got a piece of like sandpaper on the back that grips your fabric really, really well.
You need to go
You
that
need to come
way,
over
Dick.
here, honey. He's getting a little tired already. It has like the sandpaper stuff on the back, so it grips the fabric, and there's no slippage, you know. So anyway,
So you can definitely do 4 layers that way.
yes, and yeah. Anyway, so this is the tool we're talking about, and first I've already pre-cut my strips. So first I'm going to start with a 2.5 inch strip, which is, you know, I think probably it's kind of like a 66% of the people do it 2.5 and 33% do it 2 1/4. So anyway,
So Susan Friedman says hi. I used mine yesterday for the first time.
how was it?
About 400 inches of binding done without burning my fingers! Exclamation, exclamation.
Oh, how nice. I'm so happy. Okay, so now see, Susan, we did not pay her to say that. So, because we have no
didn't.
money. So, anyway, so the way you use it, are you in close enough? Because we're going to be, okay. So here's my strip, I'm going to fold it or put it on its back like that. And then I'm going to fold it in half just to get it started. And I've got a nice hot iron here. And I'm just going to press the first few inches, okay? Just like that. Okay, now, since this is a 2.5 inch strip, I'm going to use the slot that says 1 1/4, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to, it's like a belt buckle. I'm going to bring my fabric up through one side, and I'm going to take it down on the other side. Now, I use fork pins, okay? And these fork pins work really, really well to hold your fabric in place because you're going to put tension on it a little bit in order to do some of these techniques. So I'm going to use 2 fork pins so I have the tension even on both sides. You just stick it all the way in there. I'm using a wool mat. You'll probably be using a ironing board, which you have a much longer surface, but this is what I have to work with. So I'm going to pull this down. Now my iron fits right into the V right here. So if I'm right-handed or left-handed, it doesn't matter. And I can just get it going like that and just push it along, and it's folding it at the same time that I'm pressing it, okay? It's just as easy as that. Notice my fingers don't go anywhere near the iron, or it doesn't come anywhere near my fingers, because I've got a lot of burns on me because I've done a lot of binding, you know, or bias tape. We're going to learn how to do decorative bias tape and Celtic windows and stained glass windows and whatever. So, but these folding tools are great. Okay, just pull it down a little bit and just like that, and here we go again. And it's going to go really, really fast, especially if you're doing like Susan did. What did she say, 400 yards of binding?
400 inches.
Or 400 inches of binding yesterday. It goes really, really fast, and it's very accurate, and you've got a beautiful fold there. So it's the same with the 2.5 inch strips. But I'm going to show you something different that you can do. Let's get rid of that. We're going to take, is this a 1 1/4 again? I think it is. Let's see. Watch this. So I'm going to, sometimes we have to fold 2 into the center, okay? And that is very time consuming. This is where you burn your fingers and everything like that. So we're just going to get the first couple inches in here. Now, I'm believing it's going to hit that slot right there. So, up through one side, back down through the other. I'm going to go ahead and pin it. I do sell the fork pins. They're, I believe they're $9.99 a package. We'll give you $2 off and do it for $7.99 if you're watching this. Okay, now, see how as I pull this down, it folds that fabric into the center right there? So I don't have to keep stopping and folding and stopping and folding. All I have to do is this, and look how nice that is. So if you need to do your binding like this, some people do, there it automatically does it. And that's how that works. Now we're going to talk about, the tool does more than just allowing you to press your pieces. You're going to have to come back again, I'm sorry. There's two little hash marks right here, or etched lines, okay? These are the measurements that you're going to use to put your binding on your quilt. So when you're going to do your binding, first you're going to sew your pieces together, and Steph is going to do a real quick demo of that, and then I'm going to show you how we use this in order to trim off the excess fabric. So if you'll go see. And welcome anybody that's with us. We are doing a demonstration on the fast fold and the different things that you can do with them. This is the binding only tool. We do have 10 other tools.
So we're going to take both 2 sections of your binding strips, and you're going to put them, one's going to go across horizontally, right side up. The second one's going to go vertically, right side down, okay? So normally now you're going to sew from here to here, and a lot of people have trouble eyeballing it. So you can use your fast fold, and it will line right up, and you can mark so that you go in a straight line. Now this pen will take just a second, but see my line's already appearing. So I can now just sneak over here and stitch right on that line.
Most experienced quilters just eyeball it. I'm sure. I know Steph just, she does not stop to do this at all, but a lot of people do. And I am not really good at eyeballing it. And the other problem.
So, but you get a really nice, perfect 45-degree angle. So I'm going to send this with Dave back over to G. And he's the delivery driver now. He's got many jobs. He's got a lot of hats.
The delivery driver, I love it. Okay, so she did that with a pink thread so you could see what I'm going to do next. And what we have is the fast fold has an etched line on it. Let's see if I put it over here. See that etched line right there? So all I have to do is put that etched line on my stitching and take my rotary cutter, if I can find it, because I've buried it just like I bury everything, and just cut that off, okay? And now we've got a 1/4 inch seam allowance. I'm going to press that to the left for me. If you're left-handed, you're going to be pressing it to the right, but we'll go ahead and press that in. This was part of a binding that Steph did for a quilt that I'm going to show you how we're going to finish it off. Now, I would trim off my little bunny ears here, and then I'd run this through my fast fold in order to get it perfect. And then we're going to sew it onto the quilt. Now, this quilt was just completed. We wanted to show you Dusty's gorgeous work close up. But if you can see this, this is like a wall hanging. That's what it'd be called, right?
Yep.
Steph? And his quilting is just magnificent. But anyway, so this quilt is now completed and it's ready. It's going to be ready to go to a home after we finish off the binding, and Steph has to hand bind it. So we're going to go ahead and show you how this works. Here's our quilt. We're going to assume there's an imaginary line here. Wait, I have to turn it the other way. I apologize. You'll get to see more of the quilt this way anyway.
I love it when you screw up and then make it sound like it's just a bonus.
It's a benefit for them,
That's
right?
it.
Yes.
It's a bonus.
Well, listen very carefully because I do this a lot. Okay, so we're going to take, there's an imaginary line right here. I'm not going to mark his quilt. There's no reason to, okay? Our first binding, we're going to cut directly on that line, okay? The second one, we are going to bring it down, and I did it backwards anyway. Here we go. Where's my little deal here? Okay, these little hash marks now are going to come into play. Since this binding was cut, this was cut 2 1/4. So I am going to be using this mark right here because that's the shortest one from here to here, and that measures 2 1/4 inches. Okay, I am going to put, if you can see where that ends, I'm going to just line that up right there. I'm going to bring this back over to that mark. I'm going to mark my binding right here, which I didn't bring a pen with me.
Wait, I can help you.
Oh, good. Thanks. Good catch. Okay, so I'm just going to mark right here. And it takes a little while to show up. And let's do it all the way. Okay. You want it back?
Sure.
There you go. Thank you.
Oh.
Ooh, I got you. Okay, now I'm going to turn it this way again. So you can see. Okay, so we're going to take this piece. I hope I have this right. Face down. This one face up. We're going to match them right here. And I'm going to put a pin. What did we? Oh, I moved it all the way over. I just can't get it together.
She doesn't have her shit together.
I don't have my well, yes, I don't have it together. Okay, so I would take my fast fold and I would just mark from here to here, but I'm just going to pin it right there so Steph knows where to line up those two. I got it.
She's got it.
I got it.
She's on it like Blue Bonnet.
That's it. Margarine. I want to be butter. Okay, so, and we're going to sew straight. I'm going to draw a line there. Well, she's got the marker, but she's going to know to sew right there. So I'm going to take it over to her. we had to kind of break up our studio a little bit so we could get everything in, including us.
She crawled under the quilt to get into the bathroom.
I had to go.
Listen, she's very flexible.
Yes.
In she goes.
Okay, I would normally have marked the white line across there.
Okay.
But,
I would normally not.
Well, yes, so I'm leaving it for you.
Okay.
Your way.
It's right.
So I hope it's right.
And I'm an eyeballer. Oh, blasted pins. See, I don't pin either.
Well, I had to get it to you.
All right.
You doing that with pink thread?
Yeah.
So whoever ends up with this quilt's going to have a little bonus.
Well, the pink thread, if it does show through a little, I'm going to just
use a pen.
Sharpie it.
Yeah. Okay, now, if we did this right, and I believe we did, what happened? It's joined beautifully and perfectly. I must have... Oh, shoot.
It's okay.
Okay, now, see, isn't this beautiful? Okay, it worked an hour ago. I just don't know why it didn't work now. I must have pinned wrong. But I was overshooting, so it's okay because we can fix this now. And it's 15 minutes. I'm so glad you...
Maybe this live thing isn't such a great idea.
I think it's a great idea. Guess what? We're human, just like they are.
Well, the other thing that happened is, look, we got a pyramid here.
I don't mind.
Bottom.
It's okay.
I have a video on YouTube where
That's
it was
correct.
successful. So I know it's successful. I just got flustered a little bit. Thank you for joining us. Oh, so to let you know, we are not doing anything tomorrow on air. Surprise, surprise.
Bernice said you forgot to cut at your marking.
That's correct.
Oh, that's what it was.
Good job, Bernice.
Thank
I'm glad
you,
you were
Bernice.
here.
So you know it would have turned out right. And it's not twisted. It's laying nice and flat and everything. So I'll fix
just
it.
An extra 3 inches.
Saturday at 1 o'clock is the Steph and G show.
Yes.
We're celebrating, it's actually World Honeybee Day.
And I'm working on a special project.
With honeybees. It's really cute. So,
I gotta,
where are you going?
Dick's having issues too.
she's over there waving this thing around, and I'm assuming I need to film it.
Oh, it was just my little happy dance.
That's a pocket.
Listen, there's a pocket in here.
Yes. Okay, and it's actually National Lemon Meringue Pie Day. I happen to like it. Nobody else here does, but I'm going to request some lemon meringue pie. Ouch.
Well, you can request it.
We're going to have fry bread, too.
Yeah,
That hurt.
I know, Karen. You're waiting for a price.
Oh, for the fast fold?
Yeah.
Oh, our special this week is normally $10.49, and we have it for $9, and freight is $1.20. If you need the pins, we're going to give you $2 off on the pins. They're normally $9.99. We have them for $7.99. So they really do help. The not T-pins.
Fork pins.
You can use T-pins. Fork pins, though, you've got more even control for the things that we're going to be showing in the coming weeks, because we're going to be doing the class on the whole set. So
Yeah.
anyway, thank you for joining us.
That's
Please follow us and hit the little notification button on the top of your screen so you get notified when we go on the air, because it's always a surprise.
Oh, well, yes, it is.
And where we go.
Yeah.
What else we're going to say? You were saying
Well, I don't know. I forgot. You know,
it's the story of our lives.
it is, isn't it?
Yes. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.